Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the bishops, and the elders of GMS, who rules well. Peace and salutations to the elect. My name is Ainar. The title of this video is Egypt to Err in Every Work Thereof. All right, that's taken from Isaiah 19. Ultimately, we just laughing at these devils, because they're going down bad, they're losing. Right, the Most High is exposing these devils to public view. Right, their skirt is lifted up, and everyone sees their wickedness and how crazy they are. Lack of wisdom and understanding. This is Isaiah 47:1. It says, "Come down, virgin daughter of Babylon, and sit in the dust, for your days of sitting on a throne have ended, O daughter of Babylonia. Never again will you be the lovely princess, tender and delicate. Take heavy millstones and grind flour. Remove your veil and strip off your robe. Expose yourself to public view. You will be naked and burdened with shame. I will take vengeance against you without pity. Our Redeemer, whose name is the Lord Yahweh, right, of heaven's armies, is the Holy One of Israel." All right, so the Most High Yahweh Bashmal shall expose these devils to public view. And yet again, they're caught in the act, right, of just deceiving the people. Right, with this video, I'm about to play false guests wearing full masks on air. And you just gotta laugh at it, right? But these devils are being exposed, and we should never trust them because these are the things that they do, right? This is just something that we caught. They can have anybody on a TV, even in the near future, maybe UFOs or aliens. We don't know, right? Telling you that they're alien, they're this, this type of shit they do.
So last little segment here that we got before we pitched to Ryan's interview that he recorded yesterday. I'm going full conspiracy theorist on this. I fully bought into the plot. I don't know what the plot is, but I'm going to tee this up and show you guys what came across my Twitter feed yesterday. I ended up posting about it, and it was like my most viral tweet that I've had in probably a couple of years. It got like 200,000 likes on it. But here we have a allegedly retired Vice Admiral Robert Hayward appearing on Fox News. I'm going to play this clip here for you guys. I want you to focus on the bottom here, where you can see what looks to be somewhat of a disconnect, a sharp, jagged line at his neck that, in my opinion, at least when I'm looking at this slowly, zoomed in here, it looks like it's completely disconnected from whatever's underneath what could be allegedly, hypothetically, a full-on sophisticated face mask that he's wearing on Fox News.
Face and neck.
Face and neck mask.
Whoa,
Mac,
whoa.
I think you're out to lunch on this. I think that's just a shadow. Nothing
That's
to see
just-
here. I think it's just a shadow. Like, have you ever been in a studio and seen studio lighting? It can change your face a lot.
What possible justification could you have for owning that?
Yeah.
What is going on?
I don't want to know.
I don't know what you're talking about. This
Yeah.
is just my face.
That was smooth, Crystal. That was smooth.
Oh my God. I was on a different screen. I came back, didn't even see that. Ryan, what do you have there? Do you have something, Ryan?
This
is my mask.
That's your mask there? That one's hyper realistic there. So anyways, so this set off like a massive firestorm. I had people debating me on this. I had people trying to gaslight me. Here was one of the pictures that somebody drew. They said, "Oh, look, you just don't understand how studio lighting works.
Oh,
There's
I
a
like this
light
diagram.
coming from the top, and then there's a light coming from the side, and this red part down here is allegedly where the mask disconnect is happening." I think that I have a better theory, which is, given the content of what he was talking about in that
He was like
clip,
pushing for war, right?
praising Donald Trump's handling of Iran, saying patriots are fully in control. We just
Right, we've seen one of their other, military guys get his arm broken, telling us that they don't want this war. All right, so now they're putting on masks allegedly, which they always been doing these things. These things been talked about, for years, but the Most High is exposing these devils now. So now they're putting on masks to pretend to be these wise individuals, and say, yeah, no, we're for the war, we're winning this, that, and the third. But and I got that pulled up actually in Isaiah 19, which we'll get to.
Just maybe got to bomb them one more time and everything will be fine. And so my alternative theory to the other ones that people have been trying to explain this with is this: who's underneath that mask? It is Benjamin Netanyahu. This is the only reasonable conclusion.
Yeah, so let me go get that Isaiah 19 real quick. All right, we just laughing at these devils. All right, Isaiah 19:1, I'm going to read it down to verse 14. It says, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahweh, Bashkim Yahushai, rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt. Right, the swift cloud is talking about a chariot, right, what you may call a UFO, or they call UFO. They don't know what it is, but the capabilities of these UFOs, which are the chariots of Yahweh Bashkim Yahushai, is beyond anything they have ever seen. Right, he's going to come here. It says, it shall come into Egypt. Egypt is speaking to America. And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight every one against his brother and every one against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. This is the American against American, right? Civil war, sedition. You got things like 2 Edges 15 and 16 that goes into that. In the spirit of Egypt shall fill in the midst thereof, right? There is no spirit here. There is no, joy, mirth, or nothing like that. No one's talking about Christmas or none of these holidays or anything, because the world is in chaos, right? Prices are high, fuel shortages, food shortages, things like that. It says, in the spirit of Egypt shall fill in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. Now, this is your government officials that's trying to find a way to fix their situation. And America is going down, right? America is at its end. That's why nations around the world are talking about the new multipolar world, right? Where it's not only America just having being determined that the hegemon, being in charge and all that. It could be multiple, what they think will be multiple, but really Yahweh Shai is going to come, right? And just be the Israelites ruling over the nations. Right, but they're seeking to these left-hand sources, wizards and things like that, to get some type of understanding. Right, Isaiah 47 goes into that, which I was just reading here at the end. Isaiah 47 NLT. Let me get it in the KJV. It says in verse 12, Isaiah 47:12, stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. Right, so most like Yahweh Bashkim Yahushua telling me that was like, go ahead, yeah, try to lean on these left-hand sources and see if it saves you, right? Which it will not. Isaiah 19:4, it says, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and their fierce king shall rule over them, said the Lord Yahweh Bashkim Yahushua, Lord of hosts. Now, ultimately, the face of that is Donald Trump. Donald Trump is this cruel Lord that's ruling. Why? Because he's being controlled in no way that any president has been controlled before. He doesn't give a fuck about the American people. He's doing exactly what his masters are telling him to do. It says, and the water shall fail from the sea, and the rivers shall be wasted and dried up. And they shall turn the rivers far away, and the brooks of defense shall be emptied and dried up. The reeds and flax shall wither. The paper reeds by the brooks, by the mouth of the brooks, and everything sown by the brook shall wither, be driven away and be no more. Right? Waters, and that's crazy because the data centers. You got the data centers taking up the waters, from the people, but also, nuclear war is gonna, demolish this place and take away all the water too. Right? It's gonna be a complete desert. There won't be no rivers, nothing like that. All right, which we'll have to see. After the fire down, the fire dies down, but the scripture says it's desolate. All right. It says in verse 8, Isaiah 19:8, it says, the fishers also shall mourn, and all they that cast angle into the brook shall lament, and they that spread nets upon the water shall languish. Moreover, they that work in fine flax, and they that weave network shall be confounded. And basically just work in general here in America, all type of work, different things, all of it's gonna stop. Shit, the fish are gonna go to fish because they ain't gonna have no fuel to go get the fish. or the money to buy the equipment, right? Because it's all felony. It said, and they shall be broken in the process thereof, all that make slushies and ponds for fish. It says, surely the princes of Zone are fools. The counsel of the wise counsel of the Pharaoh become brutish. How say ye unto Pharaoh, the son of the wise, the son of ancient kings? All right. And get this in the NLT, says, what fools are the officials of Zone? The best counsel to the king of Egypt is stupid and wrong. Will they still boast to Pharaoh of their wisdom? Will they dare brag about all their wise ancestors? Basically, the compounded counsel here says in verse 12, where are they? Where are thy wise men? And that's the point. The wise men, they don't want to put them on screen. They're not listening to people like Conor McGregor and Scott Ritter, right? Or even the dude that was supposed to be on Fox News that they didn't show on Fox News. Because they're going to tell you, what the hell are you doing? Where are they? Where are thy wise men? And let them tell thee now, and let them know what the Lord Yahweh Bashmel of hosts have proposed upon Egypt. Shit, because Scott Riddler and Conor McGregor, those two military guys, they're talking about what the hell is America doing? They can't win a war against Iran, this, that, and the third. When you listen to them, sounds pretty wise, but they're not in the front, right? The cruel Lord doesn't want to hear that. And even that guy here don't want to hear that. It's like this guy right here. All right. It says, verse 14, Isaiah 19:14, the Lord Yahweh, matter of fact, 13, it says, the princes of Zone are become fools. The princes of North are deceived. They have also seduced Egypt, even they that are the state of the tribe thereof. It says, the officials of Zone are fools, and the officials of Memphis are deluded. The leaders of the people have led Egypt astray, right? And that's America. America is being led astray, by the leaders. Verse 14, it says, the Lord Yahweh Bashmel have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggered from his vomit. And this right here is a major error, getting caught like this, trying to trick the people, because obviously it's for the people, but they know what they're doing, what the people know, right? So they're trying to trick the people and say, look, yeah, we're doing a good job. This is what our generals are saying to do, this, that, and the third. Trying to probably save face for that dude breaking his whole arm, and now they done fucked up again.
And that I think we could come to in this moment. I genuinely, I've tried to look back at it. I tried to zoom in. I did cross comparisons. Maybe I can put this one up, a comparison of him making an appearance on Fox News at a different time. And I just I can't get around it. There's nothing in my mind that tells me that this looks the same. Like, okay, maybe to some extent there's a lighting difference, but like the details on the neck, versus the details on the neck in this one, the way that he was talking, wearing the same outfit. Well, I think it's a little bit different. Maybe it is the same exact outfit, but
it looks like there's a t-shirt on.
Man, look at this shit right here, bro. Scriptures say, Isaiah 47:13, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. You know how we talk about work they had to put in, like, yeah, just wear this, you look the same as, how he showed up, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Right? And that's exactly what they're trying to do. Save face. Say it's all good. Look at this bullshit.
On a black t-shirt on under the masked outfit. Right. He's a lot shinier. He's a lot smoother. Yep. Mm-hmm. The face, the head
the
shape
eyes are set back.
The eyes are more set back.
Right. I don't know. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. I have no
other.
What
would be the point of wearing a mask to look exactly like yourself?
No, well, the idea, Ryan, is that he's been swapped out because maybe he wasn't towing the line they wanted him to tow anymore. So now they have brought in this masked impersonator.
They really needed this guy. Like, they can't bring on some other guy to just parrot the exact same talking points.
You see what I'm saying, bro? Let me grab this. This is crazy. There's Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Man, this man can put a mask on and be your doctor and tell you to take the juicy jab and all type of shit, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of things, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Right? And ultimately, they can come through with some aliens, trying to say that these are aliens.
I don't know.
That's weird as hell.
That's where it loses
Yeah.
me. I have no explanation as to what would have motivated a fake, sophisticated mask to be worn in
Who's
this
this guy,
context. But
by the way?
he's
I
a
don't watch
He's a former
allegedly
military.
retired former vice admiral. Allegedly, if you believe the mainstream media.
If you believe the
There's-
fake news
there-
media.
To be clear, there is nothing in that video to suggest it is an accident of the lighting. There is something weird going on. I have no idea if it's a mask, but there's something weird going on. And Mac, I applaud your persistence.
I'm doubling.
Yeah, so the people see exactly what's going on. These devils are fully exposed. I'm ended off with Habakkuk 2, 15. Habakkuk 2 and 15, it says, Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Now, this is what these devils did. They try to shame other people, right? Throw something in their face, make them do it. Think about the Epstein list. His goal was to, get dirt on these different officials. All right. Verse 16 says, Thou art filled with shameful glory, drink thou also, and let thy fortune be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful stealing shall be on thy glory. All right. So, Lord willing, what the 5th lesson, Shalom to the whole elect, which consists of men, women, and children, Shalom.